Hey, how's it going? This is Mark from the Mark and Dark Show on Lulu Pop. And if you're in the Philadelphia area, we would like to invite you out to the Spaces Mixer. That is the Spaces Productions' first ever live show. We will be doing mini podcast episodes from all of our current lineups, and as well as introducing 2 new shows. So if you're in the Philadelphia area, please swing through on November 18th at the Philadelphia Ethical Society between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. You can find the event on Facebook at facebook.com/Spaces Productions, and you can get tickets from spacesmixer.brownpapertickets.com. Now on to the show.
All right, and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
By the time this gets released, it will not be Halloween.
Nah, it should come out tonight.
Oh.
I'm just going to put it up. I'm just going to knock it out right quick.
Okay, so yeah, happy Halloween. We are currently in the back. If you hear background sound, it's the sound of children laughing, screaming.
Yeah, a little bit of both. I don't think you'll hear none of that though.
Oh, well, that's what we hear.
We can barely hear it,
yeah.
And I'm like, But so every once in a while, like I'll be recording, and I'll be like, nah, nobody will hear that TV in the background because it's in the other room. And then I hear the TV, and I'll be like, fuck. But it's usually always when there's like commercials. So It is what it is. Welcome back to Lulu and Pop, your favorite interracial couple podcast. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if there's a big lane for that, but
I mean,
we're here now.
Yeah, there is a lane now.
Fun fact: this is Halloween Day, and this used to be our old anniversary.
Oh yeah!
Happy old pre-marriage anniversary.
Is it 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years. No, I think it's more than 6.
Is it 6 or 7?
I think it's 7. How old are twins?
6.
6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good indicator.
Oh, okay.
Of how long. Because, yeah, 6-ish. Around that, yeah. Why are you touching the mic, yo?
I don't know. It's habit.
Leave it alone.
I need to put my hand somewhere.
Leave it alone. I guess that does suck with that particular one, is that you really can't touch it too much because it makes noises.
Oh, it's the only one. I just liked it because it was shorter, and I was like, oh, it's made for me because it's like lower to the ground.
Baby, all these can go really short though.
I know, but this one just looks. I like tiny.
No, that's cool.
You know.
Right. So this Halloween, we usually do our anniversary. We didn't do our anniversary, but
we got a new anniversary.
We do because we got married and such. But we did go out. We did the costume thing. I had a little bit of costume fatigue this Halloween. Like I really didn't quite feel like. I think my job kind of ruined it for me a little bit because they do weird. Like first of all, they were trying to have a dress up day on like October 20th or something. And it was just weird. It was like a spirit week, and every day that week you had to like wear something different. And I was like, oh, this one is like tie-dye day.
I didn't see you rolling out in nothing different than your usual attire, so I guess you did not participate.
I don't got time for that type of shit. You know, it's not super duper fun for me. I mean, I understand there's some people who find it really fun. I think a lot of girls find it fun. Because a lot of girls were dressing up.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it was like Spirit Week. And it was like, so like the alma mater, I probably would wear some, but I don't think my school has like gear.
Oh.
Really? Anymore? That I can easily buy. So I just don't, you know?
Yeah.
So I would have did that one, but I don't have anything. I don't have any tie-dye. Wasn't about to get any tie-dye. And the other one was like, was pink. And I didn't have anything really pink. You know, I had the one shirt, but it's like super flowery. And I was just like, no, I didn't want to do that. So I didn't do it. And plus I forgot. And then the other day they were like, oh yeah, now dress up in like costumes and be whatever you want. So people were like dressing up in all these costumes.
So they were out Halloween before Halloween even came.
Oh man, I was so exhausted by it. So, and then it's just like, I don't know, like sometimes I just be feeling like super radical, and I'd be like, I'm too old to be dressing up. I don't got time for this shit. I'm up here trying to make businesses and deals and like build companies, and you motherfuckers want me to run around as like, I don't know, anything. But we dressed up.
We did. We were super cute. Did not do the couple's theme.
We didn't. Yeah. You were super cute. I was hella handsome.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I need to work on that.
Yeah. It's all good. You know, we're making things happen. But I was the Honorable Ice Cube from the NWA era.
Mm-hmm. And I was Wednesday Addams.
Yeah.
One of my alter egos, I would say. Because whenever I told anyone I was going to be Wednesday, they were like, "You are such a Wednesday." I'm like, okay.
I mean, I guess they don't know you like I know you.
Yeah. I guess my like the fact that I don't smile as much. Like if you know me, I smile a lot, but like I'm not like a fake person. Like I don't walk around with a smile on my face.
Yeah. I tried that.
It's horrifying.
I tried like a whole week at work. I tried doing what I called my DJ, which is my Dwayne Johnson.
Oh,
because he's always a smiling motherfucker.
Yeah, he's
just like happy and he's jacked and he's just like
he sleeps 3 hours a night. He's an alien.
Does he really sleep 3 hours a night?
He it might not be 3 hours a night, but he gets up at like 3 or 4 a.m. to work out.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google that now.
He doesn't sleep a lot,
and that was my whole thing. And I'm just like, I tried, and it was really, really tiresome. You know what it felt like? It felt like training for a marathon.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know, because then I would leave and I couldn't like, because when you're in the car, who are you going to fake the fever with, you know?
Yeah, that's why I don't miss working with like retail, working with people face to face where they're like, you got to smile and ask everyone how they're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not me. It looks horrifying. Kind of like Wednesday Addams when she smiles.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And everyone's scared.
Right.
It's like that.
I dig it. You know, most retail, I didn't enjoy that. I did enjoy Buffalo Exchange, though. Like, when I was, like, working there and just, like, the people that we met and, like, you used to see those lines, like, blowing through those lines, like, it wasn't super horrible for me. I kind of enjoyed it. It was kind of fast-paced. And I like clothes.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't have a wide selection of clothes, but I do enjoy fashion quite a bit. And I just like seeing what people wear and how they put it together. And, like, the things that they find, like, I'll see someone buy something, I would have been like, well, that's ugly. But you're a very fashionable person, so I look forward. Hopefully, I can see you in the city again, because usually I would see them walking around.
I almost bought today at Five Below. I'm really hype on this Five Below, by the way. If you're in Philadelphia.
Where is it at?
7th and Market. There's a 2-floor Five Below.
Double-decker.
But it's like literally like 2 Five Belows on top of each other. With different stuff, like all different stuff.
At that point, is it a 10 below?
No, but there was nothing. Whatever. And they had a whole selection of velvet leggings.
Oh, why didn't you get
all these colors?
Leggings?
And I was like staring at them, but I was like, I just had went for a walk on my lunch break, and I was just like,
you didn't have your purse or your wallet or what?
I did, but I didn't. I was like looking at my watch. I'm like, I don't want to show up kind of late with like a Five Below bag.
Yeah. I mean, that's when you just go backwards, throw that joint in your purse.
And maybe I'll go back tomorrow and get them.
Yeah. I mean, you're tiny. I would buy all the shit. Like, for bigger people, it's way more difficult because shit doesn't look as good.
Well, especially I feel like just from being out with you, I feel like the plus size man.
Yeah.
There's like.
It's very, especially for like black men, it's very Cedric the Entertainer-esque.
And if they have it at all.
Yeah.
Target, stack up your game.
I mean, really got. They do, and I think it's more online than it is in store.
Yeah.
Like I can see, like the highest their jeans would go in store. If you find a 40 in Target, like that's probably like the only pair.
Yeah.
You need to be roughly like a 38. I feel like to shop at Target, like and just walk in and just buy things. You know, or you can just have like, just like a little torso. Like if you have like, because I have like big thighs and such. So, you know, I mean, I'm generally pretty heavy all over, but like my heaviness is like even.
Yeah.
And it's not like some people where it's like skinny legs, giant great body.
Yeah.
Like, no, like I'm big all over. Yeah. So like that is kind of some motivations for getting things tighter is you can just, shop precariously.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, oh, this looks cute. Mm-hmm. That on. When it's like, if I find something, I'm like, yo, this is like a fucking rare treat. This is the fucking golden chocolate bar right here.
Oh.
I should bring this shit home.
Yeah, gotta buy it.
Yeah, and she's like ugly.
Oh.
So it's whatever. Most of my shopping's online. Shout out to Old Navy. Old Navy's Husky section is the shit for the Husky man.
They really accommodate everyone because they have the tiny people section too, the petite.
Old Navy
for us 5'4" and below. For the ladies that are 5'4".
Is 5'4" considered short for a woman?
Generally, when it says like, I think it's usually 5'4" is considered short and below.
Yeah, because I think if you get below 5 foot, aren't you like teetering in like midget territory? It's like 4'10" or some shit.
No, because then my mom would technically be a midget. My mom is not a midget.
How tall is your mom? Your mom is not 4'10".
I tower over my mom. Next time, we're next to my mom. Also, she always has wedges on. My mom is always in a heel.
I don't think your mom is 4'10".
Next time we'll see her on my sister's birthday.
I mean, all right.
I'm gonna stand next to her, and you're gonna be like, "Wow."
I'm just gonna ask her, like, "Yo, Marianne, how tall are you?"
She won't. She'll be like 5'1". I'll be standing next to her 5'1". 3 inches taller, 4 inches taller. Probably like 3 inches taller than her.
So you think she's 4'11"?
Yeah.
4'10"?
4'10", 4'11". Yeah. She's a tiny person.
I mean,
big heart. Biggest heart.
So where can we start getting into like midget status? Would that be 4'9"?
I guess, and I think it's more of like a
4'5".
Size. Yeah, because I've went to school with some really tiny people that weren't midgets; they were just hella tiny.
I know, but like high school.
Yeah.
So you went to high school with some 4 or 5 motherfuckers.
Not that small, no. But like, I always thought anyone that was like that I kind of looked down on. I'm like, you have to be hella short because there are very few people that I speak to that I'm like, I'm taller than you.
Right. All right. I mean, I guess I think I don't know because like, at what point do you draw the line? You know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's like a
because if there's like a little person who's like 4 or 5, that motherfucker's tall.
Yeah.
He's like dunking on people.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
So something to think about. Damn, we got mad derailed.
I was like, oh my, how we've strayed from Halloween.
Oh, jeez. All right. So you were Wednesday Addams.
Yep.
How was it putting that together? Like what inspired the Wednesday Addams?
I always wanted to be her. It was one of those like things that I know a lot of people dress up as Wednesday Addams, but I wanted to be her. I felt like I could achieve a pretty good Wednesday Addams look. Mm-hmm. And it just felt right. So I went on Amazon and ordered a bunch of shit.
All right. How much did you spend on together, would you say?
Total, probably like $35.
Okay. And can you repurpose most of that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Except for the white face paint. That, maybe next year. I don't know.
I mean, you never know when you might need
that's
a whole white face.
Very true.
So it's always good to have a little bit of face paint in the cut.
Yeah.
Ice Cube cost me $25. Well, should I include if I include the jeans, it was $60.
The jeans are like actual pants. You just were like, oh, I can wear this.
Yeah, I needed some new.
Yeah.
Never fade black jeans.
We shall test this out.
With elastane, as they call it.
Ugh.
Shout out to Old Navy once again. Old Navy should pay me, man. I'm here for the Husky man.
Sponsorship.
Yeah. Most of it was the hat. Getting the NWA hat was a struggle. Because initially I didn't get the NWA hat. I got a Compton hat. And the Compton hat never came. It was one of those things where it's like, I'm like, yo, Amazon, like, what's good? And then I check on Amazon, and they were like, yo, we don't usually do this. But your thing is seasonably late. I don't know what you want to do.
I hope it shows up eventually. Like,
well, no. What ended up happening is I filed for a refund, and then the next day, yeah. So like the next day after I was like, hey, I want a refund, they was like, okay, yeah, and we mailed the package back to Amazon, so here's your refund. And I was like, all right, so you motherfuckers just had it the whole time?
Weird.
So then I tried to order another NWA hat. Like, the Compton hat just wasn't a go. And then I wanted, like, a cheap one. Like, I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on
I feel like before you needed one, I'd seen them everywhere. Like, shit, they were at fucking Forever 21, I feel like.
Yeah, so then I was like, all right, well, fuck it, I'll just get this NWA hat. So I started, like, looking at the different NWA hats. And all of them had, like, crazy long times. Like, oh, this will get here
after Halloween.
Yeah, and like 7 days, 8 days, 9 days. And I was like, yo, I need something in 5 days. So I ended up getting one, and I just like, fuck it, I'll go with it. If it doesn't work, I will be nothing for Halloween. I don't give a fuck. And the only reason I picked Ice Cube is because you reminded me of that time that I was the chef. And I was like, oh shit, I used to be fun at one point. So then I was like, maybe I should try to do like some fun shit. Like, who could I be? And I was like, who's like a pudgy black dude with a beard who I can like, you know, slide into, you know, and be. And I was like, yo, I could be Ice Cube. That'd be fun. I'll just get a Jerry curl and the shit would be working. So it did work. I wore today to work. Everyone else at work, they dressed up as puns. And can I just say that is the whitest thing?
I was staring at that too, that picture, and I was like, I don't get any of the. I didn't think that hard,
right?
Because I'm like, nah, I don't really care.
Yeah.
But like from looking at them, I was just like, I don't get any of these.
Yeah, and I was telling a story to the people in the Spaces Slack channel. One of the things was like, so we had to take this picture, and I'm wearing this NWA hat, and my place of work is extremely Caucasian. And we're sitting there, and then the one girl was like, oh my God, you have long hair now. I haven't seen you with long hair. And I was like, I mean, yeah, it's a wig, like, but it's cool. And then she was like, what are you? And I was like, I'm Ice Cube. And they were like, oh, is that a pun? And I was like, no, I'm just Ice Cube from NWA. I didn't know about the pun. And then she was like, oh, do you want to get some squares and we can tape them to you? You could be like Ice Cube. And I was like, no.
That's not how this works.
I was like, nah. And she's like, oh. And she was like hella offended about it. And the other girl was like, oh, just no, huh? No. And I was like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, no, you're not taping Ice Cubes to me so I can indulge you motherfuckers while you want to dress up as puns. That's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, that is stupid.
Yeah.
I would not. I wouldn't have, even if I had like known that was the thing, I would have been like, I didn't get that email. No. I dressed up as Wednesday Addams.
No email. No, I just show up. And it's just like, that's one of those things where it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like sometimes a culture can go awry. And that's the culture going awry, like dressing up as puns. But my old job at Buffalo, they would do weird shit like that too. Where they'd be like, inanimate objects. And they'd be like, fuck out of here, dude. Like that's when Halloween isn't fun, when people kill it. When you got to dress up for a whole week and the shit is themed and y'all voted on themes, it's just like, dude, chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know, just let me just come through on a one day and just be like wild fugazi and then keep it moving. Like that's all I want to do. Is show up for one day and then get wild and then leave. That's it. So, yeah. So we went out.
We sure did.
We hung out with the homie Julia and Mike. We tried to go to, Friday. We had plans on Friday. And Friday was just like...
It's one of those things where I make plans for Friday and then I forget that it's Friday and I'm going to be exhausted and over it.
The work week, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be thinking back to my parents when they would come home from work and then just be like beat. And I'd be like, why are y'all bitching? Like y'all be chilling. Y'all don't even got homework. Like y'all can come home from work and then just be left alone. Like y'all don't even gotta like continue in. You can buy whatever you want. You can play whenever you want. As an adult, if I had to come home to some kids, them niggas was just acting up on the couch and shit, I would be so angry. Because I'm like, you know what kind of bullshit I deal with all day long for you little motherfuckers to be in here using up the Wi-Fi, drinking all the juice, and then just being unproductive on my living room floor? Like, get the fuck out of here. Go do some homework. Like, you're going to be just as miserable as me.
So needless to say, we did not go out Friday.
Oh, yeah, we didn't. We ordered in.
Yeah.
And we started part 1 of Stranger Things.
We sure did.
Yeah, we got about like 5 episodes in.
We got more than 5 episodes in. I think we got 6 in.
Yeah, we were going hard.
Like, one more, and I was like, oh God, it's so good.
This is true. That was one of the few times that I wished I was single, and just one of the very, very few times, because I just knew single Mark would have stayed up all night.
Yeah, but
and
you know
watched
what?
It.
Married Mark had to get up and go to a pumpkin patch the next day.
I'm just saying. Like,
plus, it gave us something to look forward to the next day.
No.
Anywho, we're going to talk about Stranger Things a little later on in this episode.
Yeah, okay.
Because we have a lot to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't go out Friday because we were over it, and we had incentive to stay in because we were like, take out Stranger Things, dope. So then we had to find something to do Saturday. Living in Philadelphia, there is an overabundance of shit to do every night. So I had to spend a while on Facebook going through all the events, which that's a pretty cool thing they have. That I think it's a newer thing where you can just see all the events happening in Philadelphia the next day. Like,
yeah,
pick a day.
I think it's easier to do now.
Yeah, it used to be harder to do. You'd have to like kind of like stalk your friends, and it would be like, this person's going here.
No, I remember they had the feature way back in the day, but it was just like you had to like, it wasn't as easily navigatable.
Like now it's like right there. It's like, what's going on this weekend? What's going on tomorrow?
Right.
So I narrowed it down, and there's this new restaurant called Mad Rex.
Yeah.
In Fishtown. Excuse me. That sounds pretty cool. It's an apocalypse themed restaurant / bar, and they were having a Halloween shindig that was free to get in and had a DJ and costume contests, alcohol. It sounded like kind of cool. I was like, all right, we could go here, have a good time. That backfired.
Yeah, we couldn't find parking. Actually, though, we did have that one parking space. And if we would have just like pulled around, just hung out behind that one car, we would have been solid. But I think there was just a lot of confusion going on. And I didn't want to tell my man how to drive.
Yeah.
And I, honestly, like pulling up to the event and seeing the people that was going in, I hella didn't want to be there.
Me too. I saw like
hella didn't want to be there.
It was some like giant gathering of girls all dressed up as something.
They were in the slutty gear.
Yeah, they were the stereotypical slutty costumes, like a slutty version of this.
I had a slutty Halloween phase in my life where I appreciated it, and now I'm just kind of like, baby girl, you trying? You know what I mean?
I just don't like. I get it for the people that do it, but like me too. Like as an I don't want to say I'm an older person, but where I am in life now, I'm like, what does it mean to be the slutty version of fucking Big Bird? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why not just be Big Bird? I
mean, at least being the slutty version of a non-slutty thing is a little bit of thought. Like, I know people who will come to events as, like, Victoria's Secret angels.
But, like...
And they would just be wearing high heels and lingerie and, like, cloaks and shit.
Like, if you dress up as someone who wears very little clothing, I'm like, all right, I get that. That's their costume. At least you did that.
Yeah.
But when you just, like, change a complete costume so that your tits and ass can be out,
like sexy Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't get
know
it.
Why? But
I mean, I do, and I think the people who are that age, they are attracting guys that of that caliber. Because, like I said, I went through a phase where if you showed up to the parties as the Victoria's Secret angel, I was very, very appreciating that situation.
Yeah.
Now I'm just kind of like, damn, you probably need like a hug, or like, you know, you're probably looking for something and you don't know exactly what it is, and you're you know, you're just dealing with a bunch of filth ass niggas, and you know, it is what it is at this point. Like, I understand you just got a lot of growing to do and blah blah blah. Like, I can look at them and be like, I know where you are in your life.
True. And seeing that crowd, I was like, I'm not there in my life.
Yeah. And what's funny though is that I think there's like, that happens when you're in like the early 20s, like early to mid 20s. And then I think it swings back around again when you're like, if you're a single and you're older.
Yeah.
And then like the slutty Halloween thing comes back around, but it's just not as it's like at that point I'm extra like, okay, I get it. You single now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've been in a loveless relationship for like many of years. You got these kids and now they're out the house and you try to get your buns done. I get it. Aren't you cold?
Yes.
However, global warming, Halloween was
true.
not hot. Niggas was wearing t-shirts.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So we didn't end up there. I do want to
did
go
not.
back there and actually just like go on a regular night.
I do too. However, the valet parking and
Fuck
the $20
you.
parking
Fuck you.
were two things that kind of made me feel like I didn't want to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we ended up doing karaoke at a bar. And what is that area? Fairmount?
Fairmount, yeah. It was 24th and Brown.
And that was cool. I mean, I was hungry.
Yeah. I mean, you
And-
did get, but you got banana bread?
Yeah, but that was one of those situations where I was already drinking and it was festive and I was trying to like make the best of the situation.
Yeah.
Because we were at like the karaoke bar and it wasn't like super popping, but it was like popping enough
Yes.
to the point where I was like, I'm going to get drunk,
Yeah.
you know? And the dude was like, yeah, man, the kitchen is shut down. So I was like, all right, well, let me like Uber Eats.
Yeah.
And Uber Eats was trying to charge me like
My
$15,
baby did
$20
not
for some
like those
crown
prices.
fried chicken.
Yeah.
And I was like, $15, $20 for crown fried chicken?
Does Uber Eats like do what Uber does and like because it's later? Was it more expensive, you think?
No, it's just a convenience fee.
Oh.
Basically, Uber Eats literally is like Uber drivers. And then instead of picking up a fare, they'll just pick up food.
I had one. Remember, I tried Uber Eats once and it
And it backfired. It was horrible.
never. I'm the type of person. I'm fucking.
Yeah, you
I will
are.
hold your grudge. You pissed me off once, and like
You do hold a commercial grudge for a long time.
I'm mad at Uber Eats.
Yeah, I mean Uber Eats was, and then Grubhub was even worse. And I was just like, you know what, fuck it. And I was like, dude, is the kitchen shut down? He's like, yeah. I'm like, is there anything around here? He was like, no. And then out of nowhere, he just brings me over like 4 slices of an extremely dry banana bread. And I was like,
He gave you some candy too.
he did give me some candy, but I mean, everybody was getting candy. That banana bread was kind of special.
True.
And I was just like, all right. I mean, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm on like my 4th round
Yeah.
with like not that much in my belly at the moment for like my size of my belly. Like, all right, let's do this. So I eat the banana bread and we got pretty trashed.
Yeah.
We got pretty sloshed. I think plus also I wasn't driving, so it was very nice to cut back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't have to worry about that, which was nice.
Yeah. You had a shot of your favorite friend below the border.
As in my least favorite.
As in Jose.
I don't think that was Jose.
That was Jose.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you think? She's getting Patron?
I thought it was like even worse, like more bottom.
Nah, at least.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta at least start at Jose. Like, if you don't start with Jose, at least get a Jose adjacent.
At least, I mean, by the time I had done that shot, I was pretty, like, I was drunk enough to do that shot and be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm going to throw up after I have this. Let me get another drink. I think I did get another drink. Did I get another drink? I don't remember.
Yeah, I got you a couple drinks. And then I got a couple drinks when we spent about like $40 in drinks.
We had a lot of drinks, though.
Yeah. We had a lot of drinks. I think I had maybe 3 citywides.
Mm-hmm.
3 or 4 citywides.
mix.
2 mixed drinks and a shot. Yeah. And I think I took a shot before we left.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a good time.
I had a good time. We karaoke by the end of the night. We did
We
2
sure-
songs.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yep.
What was the other one? This is how drunk we were. I remember I wanted it to
Was
be.
it Panic at the Disco?
Yeah, somebody told me.
Yeah. I don't know the words to that. I just know the hook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We had the mic and everything. We were
We
just
sure
singing.
did. I was mad though because they were like it was a vote thing and I really wanted to do Fall Out Boy, Sugar We're Going Down.
Oh yeah. Well, next time.
Yeah. Oof. But yeah, so Halloween was dope.
Yep. And then we finished it up with watching and closing out the weekend with finishing Stranger Things, and we launched a new show.
Yeah,
That Sunday,
we
it
are on
was
a fucking roll right now.
poppin'.
May I add.
Yeah.
Get Your Life Project.
Yep. Should be releasing soon. It's going to be a good time. Learned a lot.
4 Fantastic Girls.
Yep. Learned about some vagina shaming.
Yeah, I'm
They had some interesting concepts. Like, I wanted to chime in, but I was like, let me just sit my ass on this couch.
Yeah, it is hard sometimes because we're always in the room.
Right, yeah.
And sometimes it's hard not to, like, conversate back because like, someone will say something I'll get excited about or I know something about. But I'm like, I know, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Unless they ask us something, which usually they don't.
Yeah.
But
I wanted to ask you, have you ever been vagina shamed? Anyone ever came at you and be like, hey, your labias are kind of long or your clitoris is X, Y, and Z?
I think I would kill them.
What? Really?
Not kill, but I would tell everyone they had a small dick.
What if it wasn't small? What if it was like a 12-inch dong?
Oof.
Like a 12-inch dong, you can't be like, that's little.
I would find. I feel like that's super fucked up. And I would hope I would see that side of them before we got to that point. That they would say, you know what I mean? Like they seemed superficial or some like they say wild shit.
Yeah.
So not let it get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
So that hasn't happened to me.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been penis shamed.
I'm sorry, baby.
I mean, I don't really mind because one thing military has taught me is that all guys have penises and not all penises are shaped the same. Mm-hmm. And when it stands in the spectrum of penises, I'm all right. For anyone who was curious on
of what Mark learned in the military.
Yeah, what I learned in the military is there's lots of penises of all types of shapes and sizes. And, there's some micro guys out there, and I feel really bad for them. And then there's some dude with some really big johns. And I don't really feel super bad for them, but I do feel bad for them if they ever made a connection with someone who is not into some porn star shit.
Yeah.
Because there's big, and then there's just like, all right, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why? Why'd you bring that keg to this fucking
kickstand?
Why'd you bring this keg to this fucking wine party? Like, what are you doing? My guy, what are you doing? So yeah, so that was an interesting show. I look forward to people hearing that.
Yeah, me too.
And so that back around to it, Stranger Things. We finished it up. We got through all
9.
Was it 9? Mm-hmm. I thought it was 8.
Oh, I thought it was 9. Maybe it was 8.
9 episodes.
Wasn't long enough.
Of Stranger Things. So we're going to talk some Stranger Things now. So if you haven't seen Stranger Things and you want to hold out, this may not be the podcast for you. So
pause and watch Stranger Things 2 and come back.
Yeah, we're not going to go super deep into it. We have another show for that.
Okay.
Yeah, but we are going to talk about some events.
Yes.
Some plot lines, and just give overall feelings. And some people are really weird about spoilers. Some people are like, oh, "That's a spoiler," and I'm like, "My G, that was in the commercial."
Yep.
I didn't watch any commercials, and it's just like, well, I don't know. I've had people be like, "Spoiler much?" And I'm like, "My guy, that's been out for 10 years."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You have a 1-year limit on things that are about to be spoiled.
Who did? I think was it Threadless that had that shirt that had a bunch of spoilers on it.
No.
You know what I'm talking about? It was really funny. It was just like, I forget. It had like it ruined like the Star Wars that like Darth Vader's the dad.
Oh yeah.
Like it just had a bunch of spoilers on it.
Yeah. Well, like fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah. At this point,
it's time.
Like.
All right, so if you are going to continue, 3, 2, 1, it is your fault that you're about to be spoiled on Stranger Things. Stranger Things season 2, fucking fire. I didn't think they could do it again.
They fucking, oh my god,
they did it.
I said after, like, I've been telling people that haven't watched it yet that are like, oh, I keep being like, dude, I wish I could unwatch it so I can watch it again for the first time.
Yep, I thought it was going to be like an anthology. It wasn't. It's a continuation. It's a full story. They scoped out the universe to introduce new characters.
Yes.
I feel like Stranger Things 3, I can already see where they're going to go.
Yes. There's plots. They're open. They left it.
We got to figure out some things.
Yes.
Introduced some great characters. They brought back some great characters. They gave more characters some time. They gave my dude Dustin some teeth. You know, they gave my guy Steve, like, they did a lot with Steve.
They sure did.
Yeah, by the end of it, he was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
You know, he was Josh Brolin from The Goonies. Like, he was just like the older brother who wasn't an older brother, and his girl left him, and he was cool about it, and like this dude was trying to come into his territory and be king small town, and he was like, he like stood his ground. I mean, that dude was a psychopath. Yeah,
he was.
Billy was a fucking psychopath.
Billy was scary.
Yeah. So what was your standout characters and moments from Stranger Things 2?
So we were introduced basically to, I want to say, season 2's Bob.
Oh, Bob, yeah. Poor Bob. Easy peasy. Played by Sean Austin. Yeah, he gained mad weight for that role. I don't know if he gained it for that role. I don't think he gained it for
that role. I think that's just him.
That's just
how
him
he's
now?
Living life now.
I mean, he was kind of pudgy in Lord of the Rings.
That's true.
Yeah.
It just, I guess, when you picture him from the Goonies, he was a tiny kid.
He was, but I guess we all grow into bigger things, stranger things.
Oh. So yeah, I really liked Bob.
Yeah.
At first, I didn't trust him. Because I was like, he's too nice.
He was too good.
He was too good.
Bob was too beautiful for this world.
He was. That's but it was like, that's why his death hurt me so much, I think. It's because he came from such a spot of like love.
Yeah.
And like naiveness.
Yeah. If I recall correctly, he went to high school with Winona Ryder. And she did that thing that I feel like a lot of young pretty girls do when they've made a lot of bad choices with young hot dudes out there in the streets, you know? And it's like, yeah, they get to that middle age and they realize like, I want a nice guy who's going to treat me good, like, and my kids good, and like credit. Like, yeah, Bob was hella geeky.
Oh yeah, he was like the nerdiest guy ever.
He was the nerd, and there's even points when like Bob is doing stuff, and like she's just like looking at him, like, oh God, you're so geeky. But at the end of the day, she's like, but you are safe, and you care.
He adored her. He brought her lunch every day.
Yeah,
like he drove her kids to school.
Yeah, he helped her with no questions.
Yeah.
Like when he came in and was like, yo, this looks a little crazy.
He was like ready to be the dad that those kids didn't have.
And he cared. He was like, I think we're kind of bonding.
Yeah. And it was just like, and you kept saying too, you were like, Bob's going to die. And like, I had that feeling too.
Oh, Bob was hella going to die.
But I was like, it was one of those things that I was like, can Bob just like.
All right. It's a fun fact. In the original and the early on in the script, Bob was actually killed by Will.
Damn.
He gets killed in that like car when he's talking about overcoming your bullies.
Super dark.
Yeah. And they went in a different direction once Bob got cast by Sean Austin.
Yeah, they were like,
yeah,
he's got some. I mean, I feel like one of the reasons he got cast was because I know that it was like kind of a worrisome for them, but he was from one of like
he is the 80s.
Yeah, he's like one of the best 80 movies out there.
Yep. Shout out to 11 for flesh out that story a little bit more.
Yes. She's definitely growing, and what's the dude that basically adopted her, or he did adopt her?
Chief Hopper.
Yes, they're
AKA
complex.
Hellboy.
Yeah, every baby, so hyped for that show or that movie.
Come on now.
I know, I am too.
Come on now.
But I really liked watching their relationship kind of evolve, because it was very realistic.
Yeah.
And because I feel like a lot of people have like he wasn't even her dad, but he had dad. Like they both had issues. I mean, they both had issues.
Yeah, she has his issues. He has his issues, and they were confronting issues, but they were both like not good at emotion
They
things.
were both bad at it, but they both weren't bad people.
Yeah, like they both wanted to be better at it. And like just shout out to establishing the universe more of Stranger Things. And like we were watching the Beyond Stranger Things, and I kind of wish we would have watched an episode and watched one of those.
I wish that it came
and watch, you know,
after like each episode.
Or I wish I would have
like The Walking Dead.
I wish I would have known about it.
Yeah.
Because it literally came on after the series wrapped, and I'm like, why am I going to watch 8 episodes recapping the shit that I just watched 8 episodes watching?
Yeah.
You know, like give me that shit. Like let me know earlier. But did you have any other standout points or characters?
Well, we touched on Steve.
Yeah.
He was my other one that I loved watching him, his character transform from season 1 to season 2. Because originally he was like that fucking jock, like from like 16 Candles, like that perfect jock that gets the girl and is kind of just fucking dumb.
Right.
And seems to not be much below like their surface value.
Yeah. Even his bullying though was like, it's season 1, it seemed kind of like, damn, Steve is a dick.
Yeah.
But when you see him in this one, you're like, Steve ain't shit compared to Billy.
Yeah.
Like Billy was a motherfucker.
Billy's a psychopath. Like they touched on like that a little bit with his father.
Right.
Beating him up and calling him a bad word.
Yeah. What was the bad word?
The F word.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to say it. And you see a little bit of why Billy is the way he is, and I think some more bad things happen to him. But at the same time, it's like, well, I guess it's just his stepsister, but Max isn't a psychopath.
No, I mean, she's not super kind either, but I understand why, because of the environment that they're in. It just sucks. Shout out to Max and Lucas developing some type of relationship that's not going to last. But it's not going to last because they're super young.
Yeah,
but at the same time, cute. You know, it was interesting. There was like this weird racial undertone that was touched like twice in the film,
but not addressed. Like everyone I know that watched it was like, is this a race thing? And we're gonna assume it's a race thing?
Yeah, because he wasn't like stay away from them boys. He said stay away from that boy.
But it was never like, he never said why. Like we know why, but it was like usually they say more. And I wonder why they didn't make it more blatant.
Yeah, and shout out to like one of the highlights for me was when Billy actually confronted Lucas. Like he didn't just be a bitch about it. Like, you know, he tried to fight back, but Billy is like a legit psychopath.
Also a grown ass man.
Yeah, because when Steve was fighting, I think when Steve was fighting him, like Steve was kind of giving it to him a little bit.
And then he got hit he got caught off guard.
What happened? How did he get caught off guard? Because all I remember is he ended up falling somehow.
Yeah.
Because for a minute he was dodging and just fucking Billy up.
Yeah.
Did Billy hit him with something?
I think Billy hit him with something.
Yeah. Or maybe he was trying to like stop a kid or something. Like something happened where he got fucked up. He got taken out of the zone. And then dude just got on top of him and just started just whooping his ass like brutally. Let me see. I think one of the standout scenes for me was definitely like Lucas, like that whole cabin thing. I thought was super stellar.
Yeah.
Just establishing a little bit more of the upside down.
Yes, and
without going heavily into it.
Yeah, letting us see a little bit more of it.
Still don't know what it is.
Yeah.
No clue what it is.
Like, is it hell?
I don't think. I think it's definitely dimension.
Yeah.
But it's like a world below this world. But there's like a being there that wants to like not be there.
Yeah. That's big as fuck.
Yeah. It was interesting. I'm more interested in how many more 11s are there.
What does that number go up? Is like 11 the last one?
I don't know. I mean, it's a weird number to end on. It's odd.
Yeah.
Because we meet 8.
We do meet 8, but that leaves...
8 has... You know what's crazy, though? 8's power set is so different. She wouldn't be able to do shit against that monster.
No, she couldn't have... Like, she can't.
Yeah, so how does that work? You know?
Yeah.
Like, she could only do one thing, where 11 was, like, she could do mad shit. Like she can communicate. She can like travel to those other worlds. She has like the levitation shit going on. She can do a lot.
Yeah, she's really powerful.
Yeah. So like, how did that happen? Maybe the higher up in the number you are, the more powerful you are.
Maybe.
Okay. And shout out to my dude David Harbour, Chief Hopper. All of his scenes just make me excited for Hellboy. As I was watching Stranger Things, all in my mind, I was just thinking.
You were saying it out loud too, wasn't
it? I even tweeted it. I tweeted it to him. He didn't like respond, but it's whatever. Most people don't respond to companies, but whatever. It's good. Besides that, though, we will do a more in-depth review. Also, shout out to Paul Reiser for coming out of the fucking woodworks and showing up in Stranger Things. I think Stranger Things is like doing that now, where they just grab obscure people.
And people are fucking hype as shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I was kind of hyped for Paul Reiser. And Winona Ryder for being an adequate mama. Like, she did some dumb stuff sometimes, but for the most part, it was interesting. Like, I enjoyed everything that they did. I feel bad for poor Will. Hopefully he gets his life together. You know, Mike and Eleven's romance was super cute.
It was.
I look forward to them flexing more.
Me too.
Yeah.
But what were you going to say?
About what?
About we're going to get more in depth?
Oh, so we're doing a new show. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a premium show.
Oh.
We will release maybe an episode on our regular feed just to give you a little taste, a little tidbit. But it is Netflix and chill with Lulu and Pop.
Oh, it's like a date night.
It pretty much is date night.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to be reviewing. We'll be podcasting live while watching films on Netflix. Mm-hmm. So I figure we'll do one a month. You know, see how it goes. There's a cute little app called, I think it's called Rabbit. Let's see. Yes, there's this little app called Rabbit where people can watch what we watch when we watch it. So essentially, people could join in the festivities and be a part of the show. So Netflix and chill with Lulu and Pop is coming soon.
I look forward to it.
Next month.
Yeah, this month's kind of crazy.
This month is crazy. It's mainly crazy because we got the Spaces Mixer. Yo, if you're going to be in the Philadelphia area,
come hang out.
Come hang out. You probably heard my voice in the beginning of this sounding extra sultry. I don't know why that happened.
I love that everyone points it out, though.
Yeah. Did you listen to it?
No.
You haven't heard it?
No.
Well,
I mean, I hear your sultry voice all the time. I love it.
No. This sounds completely different.
Oh.
Like, when after I heard it, I was like, ugh. You know what I sound like? I sound like one of those dads that's like recording an answer machine. Like, my dad used to have these crazy long answer machines with like music to them. And I just remember listening to him and just being like, this is so embarrassing.
I'm never giving my phone number out.
And girls would like call my house and be like, I ain't calling to speak to you. I'm calling to hear your daddy on the answer machine. And I used to be like,
my God. That is hysterical.
Yeah, my dad would do some shit like, oh man, just like hum some like jazz music.
I wish we could get a recording of this.
Just hum it.
Wait, does your dad still has a phone? Is this you think he's changed it?
It's different now. It's like very religious now. But just it is. It's like a lot of like God bless you and stuff. But just hum some jazz music. Okay, that's perfect. Just kind of like keep that melody. Okay, you ready? Do it. Thank you for calling Carl Mark Randall. I'm unable to answer the phone. But please leave your name, your number, and a very brief message. Come on now, music. Come on, music.
I'm sorry.
Come on, finish. Come on.
I should have just brought up a song on my phone.
No, it's better when you sing it.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to finish it?
You got to commit. Yeah, I want to finish it.
Hold on.
Don't look at me. Just close your eyes. Thank you for calling Mark Randall. I'm unable to answer the phone. But please leave your name, your number, And a very brief message.
Beep.
No, keep
Oh,
going.
you still go.
Keep going.
Do, do, do.
And I'll be sure to get back with you.
Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Peace.
Do, do, do.
Beep.
I'm just calling to hear your daddy. Ugh.
Yeah.
Scarring.
It is scarring.
That is.
Yeah,
I
I actually one time I was getting in with a young lady, and like this is fresh out of high school. This is back when Uncle Luke was popping, dating myself a little bit. We were doing some things, and I had a picture of my dad in like this tan suit, and it was like, it was on the wall, but it was like a picture of my mom too, the same one I have in like the living room.
Okay.
But it was like, the way it was like above my bed, but you couldn't see it unless you were at the foot of my bed.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a big thing. You know, now that I'm thinking back at it, it's a weird placement for my dad's picture. He probably should have been somewhere else. But I was thinking like every other place is looking at me bone. You know, at least here he's just kind of
I would think
up,
that too. Yeah.
You know, and we were doing some things. I was actually in the doggy style position, and I was just like, you know, going to work. And this lady like looks up, looks at the picture, and looks back at me.
Oh God.
Looks back at the picture. I was like, yeah, your dad's a really good looking man. And I was like, well, I just killed that boner.
I'm done. I'm all set.
So are we good here? Do you need me to like make you a sandwich or something? Because I mean, there's nothing else happening.
Oh my God.
We are done for the evening.
Let's just wrap it.
She was like, what? What's wrong? I'm like, yo, you're like talking about my dad when I'm like in the guts. Like, just imagine if like.
No. Don't even.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you know, what
Yeah,
if-
that's traumatic.
I'm just like looking at your mom, and I'm just like, yo,
Nope.
your mom got the yams,
It's not.
you know?
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, yep, come to the Spaces Mixer. You can get your tickets at spacesmixer.brownpapertickets.com. We're going to have free drinks. There's going to be like 5 mini shows, you know, so you can catch a live show from
Lulu and Pop. Dark and Mark.
Okay.
3 Black Femmes.
Yes.
Broke But Cultured.
And Both Sides Podcast.
Yes.
And we'll be introducing 3 new podcasts: Sexpressive, Pilot Boys, and
Get Your Life Project.
The Get Your Life Project. Yeah, so come through. I mean, the finger food situation is going to be there. You know what I mean?
The alcohol
is going to be there. Shout out to
there.
all of the sponsors who got behind us on this one.
Yeah, we have
appreciate
really exciting things coming up.
Yep.
Yeah, November 18th, 5 to 8. It's one of those things where you don't show up late.
Yeah, you got to show up on time.
Because there's it's entertainment, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's donation entry, so if you got it, give it. If you don't, we still love you.
Yep.
And shout out, there's going to be merch. So
it's going to be an awesome time. It's Ray and Rittenhouse. You have no reason not to be there.
If you're a lame-a-saurus.
I mean, yeah, if I don't like you, then
you're a big old lame-o.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good reason not to be there. All right, well, that wraps it up for us for this week of Lulu and Pop. We will be back next week.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. Next week's not insane, right?
I guess. Stop grabbing the mic.
I'm sorry.
That particular mic just sounds really loud when you grab it. I think because it's like a double mic. Because this one, that sounds equally as bad.
Oh.
Yeah, so it is what it is. All right. Until next time, Lauren, say goodbye.
Goodbye.